Okay, episode 12. Welcome back for another episode. What I've been doing in the meantime is just getting the large ship welded up, most of the skins done, put in the internal staircases, top to bottom, welded up a couple more pieces. There's a lot that still needs doing, and I've started work on the upper floor, which will just be at this level. Space for rooms and the control room, flight deck, that sort of stuff. Connector will be in the center so it can connect up into the main big ship, but there's a connector here and the one on this side, which is just so it makes it easier to connect laterally, horizontally, to a base or another base in space, for instance. But in the meantime, what happened was I was sort of in space doing my thing, searching things out, and I managed to find some platinum whilst I was up there, and sped over to this asteroid, found some more platinum, some iron, magnesium, some more ice, which was nice, and the sub actually ran out of battery whilst I was there, and because it's got no hydrogen engine on it, it couldn't charge itself. I had no components to build a solar panel on it, so basically I died and the survival kit doesn't have charge, so I need to get back up there. I have put some components in the hydrogen fighter to sort of get myself a battery on it. When I get up there, I can fly it back to the base that's up in space and continue building from that point. So what I'm going to do is basically take this ship up there, and from there, like I say, we'll get the sub, get these both back to the base, because these guns will help protect the base, and build up a little bit more. So let's get on with it. Game had to catch up a little bit there, but it's sometimes safer to detach before putting my engines on, and that's just because sometimes I get like connector issues. So let's head up into space. Try to maintain about 90 meters at least, because I do want to keep the momentum going. I've got 40 kilometers to get up into space. "45, 50 kilometers before the actual gravity disappears, which is very frustrating. You can see we've already used 50% of our hydrogen reserve. It does seem to be depleting faster than the O2H2 generators can supply it as well. Which will be troubling if we start running out and we're still in gravity. It looks like we've just spawned in an adversary, so just try and keep the speed up as much as possible, because I really don't want to get shot down again. I don't know how far off you have to be before they, stop chasing you, before that you're out of distance or whatever it is. But I feel like we're coming up to 10-kilometer distance on him, and that's pretty safe. We're still climbing away from him, away from the planet, nearly at 20 kilometers, which is about half distance, and I've only got just over a third of that reserved hydrogen. But with gravity coming down under a quarter, I do seem to be losing momentum slower, which is nice. So we're still heading nearly in the correct direction. Just going straight up at the minute, which we will reorientate ourselves towards it. And then fire straight towards it. But now at 0.14 G at nearly 30 kilometers up, we're not losing speed very quickly at all here. So yeah, it looks like we're going to maintain that third of a tank, last third, which was, I think, fortunate that I didn't need any more tanks on board. Still gaining altitude. Around about, what's that, 100 meters every 2-3 seconds. We are dropping away slowly because of that gravity pull. But it is still climbing, 32,000 feet. So yeah, we've just got another sort of 30 kilometers here to cruise through space before we get to the submarine. We're nearly out of Earth's gravity at this point, so we've got 0.08 of a G. %30 of our hydrogen remaining. So I'm just going to double check the H2O2 generator, which is on, and it is taking power, so that's off, and the tanks, oh yeah, 29.5%, slowly filling back up, very slowly. Make sure my orientation is correct there, because the planet is down and behind us, which is beautiful. It's exactly what we want. And there we go, so we've just passed the gravity barrier, and now we're flying completely free. So just bring her up nearly to max, didn't waste any hydrogen there, and it's just completely recharging. So if I turn them off here, hopefully it should recharge the tanks even quicker. I mean, I'm not completely sure it will. I'm going to have to be careful that I turn both of those two, the stockpile back off and the engines back on again here. But as you can see, we are flying past the magnesium, the cobalt, the ice is over there, our platform, AL4 or Alpha, the Alpha base, and then just on past here, another 2.5 kilometers, say, from the base, is where I found this other asteroid cluster, which had quite a lot of stuff that was nice, and it is only 2.5 kilometers away from where I was hoping to sort of build. So I'm just seeing a big asteroid coming this way, and it does look like we're going to miss it, but we're also not aiming directly for the asteroid we want to be heading towards. So as we head past this one, I'm just going to give us a boost in this direction. Has just taken our side-to-side momentum away from us as well. So now you can see we're pretty much heading exactly towards where we want to be, and there's a big cluster of asteroids around this area, which is what brought me over here. As you can see, about 9 kilometers in that direction, that was where I decided I was going to put that base up. I think we'll probably stay there, but it's not such a huge distance to travel to get to this place, so see a couple of asteroids around here, a couple of different ones as well. There's some pale asteroids over there, and I'm not sure whether that's just because the sun's shining that way. I think it probably is. Those pale ones in the background are in direct sunlight as well, so I haven't checked any of these ones out yet, so I will do that. Space pirates not coming any closer, fortunately. And as we just coast straight through the middle of these, again, the clever thing somebody taught me was never aim directly at an asteroid, which we might be directly aimed at one here, so let's just come up and over that for sure, and then head over this way. Under and around the asteroid, and we should find hidden out here a little space submarine. So there we go, that is the first part of the mission done and successful. And fortunately nobody has sort of abused this, so there's no gravity here, so I can turn them off, leave that doing what it's doing for now, just to get the hydrogen tanks refilled. And if I come in here, hopefully this works first time because I've got empty inventory. Yes, nice. So if I come in probably exactly where these two blocks are and just pop another battery down, and there we go. So she is chugging away on that. Now if, for instance, I wanted a hydrogen engine on here, it would need quite a lot of components, but it could tag in here somewhere, like that. And I think that would work quite nicely, just to prevent this happening in the future. So I literally have nothing to do that, but I believe there might well be some more components in here. So not everything. But if I can get it back to that base, hopefully we can get it to do all the dirty work. So just be a bit cheeky here and get a bit more iron whilst I'm over here. Okay, turn them off, and let's just locate where, oh, don't know why it kicked me out. I think I pushed the wrong button. The base, which is in this direction. I'll get this one back over there, try and build a connector, weld it in, connect it, and then get the solar panels welded up and a battery placed down over here. I'm hoping I don't need to mess about with the ship that I've just left there with its battery on, because it should be fully charged. It's only filling back up with hydrogen and stuff for the minute, so I'll get this back, do a little bit of work, then we'll go back and get that. This asteroid is a bit of a cluster nightmare, so we'll have to be careful coming in and around, because I really don't want any small pieces to be in the way of anything. Okay, so for now, let's just put it here somewhere. So we will turn the engines off, put the stockpile back on. I'll leave it running for a second. And in the meantime, I actually think this has probably got some components in it. It does, but not an awful lot, and it's really awkward to get things in and out of. So it's producing all this stuff at the minute, which is all good, but it can't make the tubes or anything, so I need to get the assembler and refinery online, and the assembler is probably the first thing it needs. And for that to work, I need solar panels. And girders. Come on, I think I need 2 more girders here. Right, okay, so if I come over to this one, boom, 1 solar cell, nice. So I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to get in and out of this, because that is very frustrating. Whilst I'm at it, actually, hopefully yeah, that's everything for that. Beautiful. And everything for that, which is cool. I just need small tubes and metal grids for this, so I've got the cobalt nearby, which is nice. Now, if I think about it, I could start building a connector straight away off this side to get this hooked in on. And I think I'll probably start doing something like that. So, have I got any interior plate? Probably not. Oh, this is so frustrating doing this like this as well. I can't think what I put in the back. It's probably all batteries and stuff. That's the H2O2 generator. Yeah, I don't know, I'm going to have to figure something out because the hitbox is so small. But let's get started on some of this kind of stuff. So to be fair, I will need some batteries, and there is a convenient hole in the floor to which I'm going to place I don't think this one can actually deal with that, can it, anyway? We can't. So, if I put it in here, for instance, so the refinery requires this much, and solar panels are generating not a lot. So I'm going to need one of those batteries very quickly so it can start building the charge at least. And I'm also going to need tubes, that kind of thing. So let's try and get some more of these solar panels built. I'm going to need plenty of solar cells, but the girders isn't too bad. There's only like 10 per one, so 5 of them is 60. I'm probably going to need about 72, maybe 84 in total of the solar cells. So I'll probably just stack 100 of them up. 100 of them, and if I need 100 of them, 100 girders is probably just as necessary. So let's have a look at that, where that leaves me. So I need 30 solar cells per one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 240? Weird. Yeah, about 240 solar panels are necessary. So let's get all of them out. Yep, so we had enough girders. Spare, nice. And it's about 30 odd per one. I think it was 32. So I'll just grab or wait till we're at a little bit more, because I think there's some in this one, not very many. And I just need 20 for that one now. So if I wait till 50 odd, 54, that'll get me 2 more, and we'll see whether anything's at, it's giving me enough power yet. I might need to set some to a slightly different orientation so that we can maximize the charge time on this. Now, I haven't really orientated it very well because it's at a diagonal, but I think it's probably going to cross that way. So if I put one of these, can you build them off? You can. Nice, off another solar panel. I'm just going to change the colour back to white. It's kind of like my standard for a base. I don't know, I feel like that's a stupid idea because that's going to block all of these later. But there is no issue with them being at this end. So let's get 3 there. Just put last one just in case, because the ship is currently not going to be in the way of that. And I will move the ship just to make sure it stays out of the way. Build these ones up first because girders, yeah, of course. Get killed out in space because you got no energy, so I'll just charge you up. And actually, whilst I'm in here, I'll just back the ship up. And so I'll pop it over here somewhere. And turn those engines back off. My hydrogen is full, so I'm just going to turn the battery off on it. Actually, I can't do that because I need the assembler. So again, 10, that's not enough. I need probably 200 of them and another 200 of them to come through. That should be enough. Okay. Okay, I think that's probably enough. And then, yeah, so we're definitely going to need a few more of the solar panels. I've just realised I've got some cobalt in here already along with some iron, so that's quite nice. Let's just finish this one. Yeah. Okay. So that's them. Now I can, I believe, take the... Actually, I probably don't want that first. So let's take the iron first. Put that in there. That's slowly going to tick away on that. Nice. And cobalt can go second because it will clog up the system. So seems to be working fine though, we've got no issue there. If I just quickly switch the cobalt over, get a little bit, 7k of it, it's going to take forever to deal with. Okay, that's 0.3 there, it's just used, and that's gone through tons already. So let's take that out of there, put that in here, sorry. And now that can start making those tubes, which is cool. It's got tons of iron for now, so I don't need to worry about that. The other thing would have been the silicon and stuff, so I would like to take this out of here and put it in here, and I should now have everything necessary to make grids as well, and I only needed 4 for that, and the tubes. So there we go, that is the basic principle of the base sorted out already. Now onto the more complicated section. So I need piston and a connector on here, and I'm probably going to need 2 of these. In fact, let's just pop another cargo container up top. Construction comps, metal grid. Do you need nickel? I suppose probably, right. So once that's on, if I put a piston on top and a connector, that should give me more than enough space, even at minimum extension to begin with, to get ships in docked and not have an issue. So this one doesn't have a connector there, but it does have one on the top, so in space no issue, not a problem. The other one doesn't actually have a connector on it, so I'm going to have to figure that one out. But in the meantime, let's get this welded up. I do believe again there are some components components in here that I can steal. Which might come in useful. So I just need grids for that. Large tubes. And that's sorted. So you can actually get power through there already because it's connected. But I can't transfer components or anything yet. So I need nickel for this, which means I need to the engine's on and just mine up some of this. Now I know a lot of people are complaining about drill sounds and stuff. I have just turned the game sounds down and the volume sort of down as well. Some people like listening to those sounds and stuff. If that is an issue and you want more of the music and stuff back in the game, let me know. As you can just hear it changing track and moving into something else in the background. Eerie space music. I think that should do for that. And turn them off. Put stockpile back on. I'll probably turn that off as well because there's no point leaving that on. And yeah, now I need to transfer all of that lovely, there's more cobalt in here. Lovely stuff over into here. Get some stone going. Tons and tons of the stuff, so we're going to run out. I'm just going to pop all the comps I can back in there, and then we can take more of this. Is that everything? No, there's tons. Okay. Okay. Yep. Nearly take everything out of it. That is everything. So and I now have everything I need for that one. And everything I need for this. Okay, so that is one done. And now I'm going to put one here, but ooh, don't know why I can't withdraw. Oh, that's my fault because I hadn't put everything away. So let's do that. Yep. Is that because I have no steel plate on? Is that only taken 4 tubes out, which again. Just take all of this out of here now whilst I can. So this is number 2. And on the end of here we will have another connector. This is kind of why I tend not to just use the build planner, because I don't know, just sometimes doesn't work, messes around. Need more computers, yeah. Okay, so, right, it's a bit of a beast at the minute, but this now means that I can not quite go that high. Yeah, that was a little bit. See how we're lined up. Which doesn't seem too bad. There we go. This is ready to lock. You can turn the engine off, put stockpile on, and I suppose my battery can charge it, work it from it. Yeah, not bothered about that. It's just needs the tubes for the hydrogen engine so that the base can make power from ice then. And the last thing I need to do is just go back and get this. So what have I got on me? Lots of components which I don't actually need. So they can, a little bit of lag, they can go in here. And beautiful thing in space is that I don't have to refill my hydrogen bottle, which is really nice. So let's head off this way. We'll head over the top of the asteroid. And just head about 8 kilometers. It was a bit more than 2.5 kilometers. Yeah, about 8 kilometers over to this set of asteroids, which, as you can see, was the nearest set of asteroids. Who are you? And where are you heading? To keep an eye on that. Hopefully we won't be too long away from base. And like I say, this thing's got some guns on it, so it should be able to help protect us. I just have to figure out where I can put a connector on it. And it's a good thing that that GPS was here, because I don't think this ship actually has a beacon or an antenna on it, so I'm going to have to be careful about that in the future as well. So we're coming in on it now, and I'll just whack the dampeners back on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, still got 16 hours of power, good, and 40% of hydrogen. So let's pop them back on, swing ourselves away from this. So the gyros on this one are shocking, so I'm probably going to have to do something about that as well. It flies nicely though, it's got plenty of power. Get up over this asteroid, then we will aim in on our destination and head off. So yeah, it was nice and easy. That does not sound so nice, so we'll just get a little bit of extra distance going this way and hope that we don't draw any attention. They are coming this way. They are enemy signals. Don't really want to lead them straight into my base, so my camera's a backwards facing camera, so I can't really tell whether they're coming this way or going a different direction. We'll just level off here and see what's going on. They kind of chasing me, I think. I'm not really sure, so we'll just head over to this side of the asteroid. Just see what happens. So I've done basically a loop all the way around. And they're sort of staying about 5 kilometers out. They're moving in a weird pattern here. But hopefully it does look like they're not coming directly for me. But I do appear to have lost all my hydrogen. Oops. We're adrift in space and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. So did this one run out of battery as well? I think it probably did. So if I... Oh, this is scary because it's going to drift at like a meter per second here. I really need another battery on it. So what do I need for a battery? And yeah, of course I haven't got anything on me, so I'm going to have to rush this way and then rush back quickly. So quickly. Power cells. Oh no. Quickly. I'm panic now because if I don't catch this ship, I could be in a lot of trouble. So there it is. Again, my paint scheme making it nice and easy to see in space. I think I'm just going to have to build it here somewhere for now. Okay. It is out of ice. So, again, quickly rush back over here. Ice. Don't really need that much. That'll do. Quickly back over to it. Oh, crazy. I'll put the ice in there. There we go. Okay. Oh. Situation averted. Crisis averted. That could have been a nightmare. Still gonna have to be careful because I've only got 2% hydrogen here. Okay, so we're just drifting in. I'll whack the dampers on and we'll come in and connect. Hopefully, I mean, it looked like it hit about 40 meters a second. So hopefully we haven't done any serious damage. Ooh, not that much. Okay, and then that one's in as well, so turn the engines off, put the tanks on stockpile, and set its battery to recharge. And there we go. 2 ships docked up, little space base. Needs some work doing on it. Needs a lot of work doing on it. Got the platinum mine that we've got. Just where was the platinum mine? Just over there. There's another platinum somewhere, wherever that was. Cobalt, I don't know. Anyway, the point being, I'm just going to set up a little bit of industry here. And get a functioning method of transport of platinum and space minerals back down to the base. So it was a bit weird, bit eventful this episode, but I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, where we'll just be working on this and mining some platinum. So yeah, cheers guys, have a good one, and I'll see you then.